A disciple having asked for a definition of charity by Confucius. A disciple having asked for a definition of charity, the master said, "Love one another." Having further asked for a definition of knowledge, the master said, "Know one another." A man without truthfulness by Confucius. A man without truthfulness, I know not how it can be. A plausible tongue by Confucius. A plausible tongue and a fascinating expression are seldom associated with true virtue. A rule of life in a word by Confucius. A disciple having asked for a rule of life in a word, the master said, "Is not reciprocity that word? What you would not others should do unto you, do not unto them." A youth should be filial at home by Confucius. A youth should be filial at home, respected abroad. He should be earnest and truthful. He should overflow in love to all, but cultivate the friendship of the good. When whatsoever of energy may be left to him, he should devote to the improvement of his mind. Chi Wen fought Thrice by Confucius. Chi Wen fought thrice and then acted. The master said, "Twice will do." He who offends against God by Confucius. He who offends against God has none to whom he can pray. How should you serve spirits by Confucius. A disciple having inquired about serving the spirits of the dead, the master said, "You are not even able to serve living men. How then should you serve spirits?" Having further inquired about death, the master said, "You do not even understand life. How then should you understand death?" If a man hear the truth in the morning by Confucius. If a man hear the truth in the morning, he may die in the evening without regret. In hearing Litigations by Confucius. In hearing Litigations, I am like anyone else. I differ in wishing to prevent these Litigations. In Mourning by Confucius. In mourning, it is better to be sincere than to be punctilious. Learning without thought by Confucius. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is intellectual death. Let loyalty and truth be paramount with you by Confucius. Let loyalty and truth be paramount with you. Have no friends not equal to yourself. If you have faults, shrink not from correcting them. Man is born to be upright by Confucius. Man is born to be upright. If he be not so, and yet live, he is lucky to have escaped. Riches and honors are what men desire by Confucius. Riches and honors are what men desire, yet except in accordance with right these should not be enjoyed. Poverty and degradation are what men dread, yet except in accordance with right these should not be avoided. Shall I teach you in what true knowledge consists by Confucius? You, shall I teach you in what true knowledge consists? To know what you do know and to know what you do not know, that is true knowledge. What think you concerning the principle that good should be returned for evil by Confucius? Someone asked Confucius, saying, "Master, what think you concerning the principle that good should be returned for evil?" The master replied, "What then will you return for good? Now, return good, for evil justice." The commander-in-chief of an army may be carried captive by Confucius. The commander-in-chief of an army may be carried captive, but the convictions even of the meanest cannot be taken from him. The faults of men are characteristic of themselves by Confucius. The faults of men are characteristic of themselves. By observing a man's faults, you may infer what his virtues are. The study of the supernal by Confucius. The study of the supernal is injurious indeed. The uprightness of the villagers by Confucius. A feudal noble said to Confucius, "The villagers of my state are upright men. If a father steals a sheep, his son will give evidence against him." Confucius replied, "The uprightness of the villagers in my state is different from that. A father will shield his son, and a son will shield his father. This is what I call uprightness." Those who know the truth by Confucius. Those who know the truth are not equal to those who love it, nor those who love it to those who delight in it. When his stable was burned down by Confucius. When his stable was burned down, Confucius left the court and said, "Has any man been hurt?" He did not ask about the horses.